The smoke from Mama Kemi's pot. Before the sun rises over Lagos, a woman named Mama Kemi is already at the small corner by Ojulegba Bridge. Her stall is made of old wood and iron sheets, patched with nails that are already turning brown. The smell of fried plantain and pepper stew fills the air around her place every morning. People call her the woman who never smiles, but they still buy from her because her food is hot, cheap, and ready before others even open. Bus drivers, conductors, and market women line up there every day. To most people, she is just another woman trying to survive. But to her, that little stand is her whole life. Nobody really knows her story. Some say she came from a Bodon, others say Ondo. All they know is that she lives alone, cooks alone, and hardly talks to anyone unless it is to say the price of food. 2 years ago, her only daughter, Kemi, died suddenly. She was a bright girl who used to sell water near the same junction. After that day, something in Mama Kemi changed. She stopped talking much and her eyes looked far away, like she was always thinking of something that hurt. Then one day, people started whispering. At first, it was small talk. A few customers said there was something strange about her food. One man said he ate her stew and dreamed of a crying face. Another swore the smoke from her pot did not smell like palm oil. People love to talk, and in Lagos, gossip spreads faster than traffic. Some said she was using juju to make people buy her food. Others said she added something secret to make it taste different. Nobody had proof, but still the rumors grew. Hunger is stronger than fear, so her customers kept coming, but they looked at her differently now. One afternoon, a local health inspector came to the area, checking all the food sellers. He was tired, his white shirt already brown from dust and sweat. When he reached Mama Kemi's stand, she greeted him politely and served him a plate of rice and stew. He asked where she got her meat, where she cooked, how she cleaned. She answered quietly and with respect. Everything looked normal, so he wrote a few notes and moved on. But something about her stayed in his mind, the way she guarded her pot, the sadness in her eyes. A few days later, the same man came back, this time dressed like a normal customer. He wanted to see her again. He ate her food slowly and watched her move. He tried to talk to her, asking where she lived and if she cooked alone. She nodded to both questions but said little. He told her her food was very tasty, and she smiled a weak smile, the first one he had seen. Then she said softly, "Cooking is the only thing that keeps me from crying." The man didn't understand what she meant, but her voice stayed in his mind. One night, heavy rain fell over Lagos. Thunder rolled across the sky and the streets were empty. Under the small zinc roof by the bridge, Mama Kemi was still there, cooking by her fire. People passing by saw her shadow and wondered why she was there in the storm. But for her, the rain was comfort, it hid her tears. She spoke softly to herself, "Kemi, my child, I wish you were here. I still cook your favorite stew, even though you are gone." That same night, a few boys ran to hide from the rain under the bridge. They saw her there, alone, talking to the air. One of them whispered, "She's cooking for a ghost." By the next morning, the rumor spread like wildfire. Fewer people came to her stand that week. Children whispered when they passed by. Market women stared at her. Some people even crossed the road to avoid her. Still, she cooked every morning at the same time, like nothing had changed. But her heart was breaking. One day she found a small note on her table. It said, "We know what you're doing. Leave before we tell the police." She held the paper in her shaking hands. She did not know who wrote it. That evening, she did not cook, she just sat beside her fire until it went out. The next morning, her stall was closed. The inspector came again, curious and worried. He asked around but nobody had seen her since the night before. He walked to the small room she rented behind the market. The door was open. Inside were her cooking pots, a few old clothes, and a photo of her and her little daughter smiling beside a food stand. He called her name, but no one answered. The pot on the stove was still warm, stew still inside. He did not touch it. On the table he saw a small notebook beside the picture. It was not a recipe book but a diary. Inside, She had written in shaky handwriting, "They think I am wicked. They do not know the truth. I only cook to remember her. I cook what she loved so I don't forget her smile." The inspector closed the book gently and left the room. His heart was heavy. He realized she had been cooking not for customers alone, but for memory, for grief, for love she could not let go. Days turned into weeks. Lagos moved on, as it always does. Someone else took her corner and started selling roasted corn there. People said the new woman's food never tasted the same, no matter how hard she tried. Sometimes, on rainy nights, a few people swore they saw smoke rising from that same spot, even when no fire was burning. Some said they heard a woman's voice humming softly in the rain. Nobody ever saw Mama Kemi again. Some believed she left Lagos, others believed her spirit never left the place she loved. But those who truly knew her story knew she was not a monster. She was just a mother who lost everything and kept living through her pot and fire. Her love became her only reason to wake each day. The rumors destroyed her, but the truth was simple: she was only trying to hold on to what she loved. And so, the smoke from Mama Kemi's pot became a memory in the city. Not a tale of horror, but a story of heartbreak, of how pain can smell like mystery, and how people sometimes fear what they do not understand.